This is the Weekend Warrior, and we're going to build another Gaslands vehicle. I've got my buddy Rob here. He's going to be working on this big truck while I'm working on the black bus.
Hello.
Hey, Rob.
It's an honor to be here and do this with you.
So this is your first build. What'd you think?
I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. I never done anything with Gaslands at all before. I picked this big rig because it had a nice platform and really wanted to add a lot of things to it. And you had like 3 figures printed already. And I figured it'd be kind of a good little scene for it, you know?
And right here, I'm cutting like the cap that would, it's like a protective cover for a plug that goes in an outlet, you know, when you buy a new appliance or something. And I kept that piece of plastic and I cut it off to make a ram out of it. So I'm just sanding it down, getting it ready to glue it onto the truck or to the bus.
I'm already adding that cannon already, but that glue sucked.
Yeah, that glue was terrible super glue. And I think it was just 99-cent store super glue. But some people have a lot of luck with it.
It for some reason, the that cannon, it just took a while to dry. But all the other pieces set in pretty well. I just went thinner with the glue, and things started to stick.
That cannon looks like it was made perfectly for the back of that truck. It fits absolutely perfect in the back. That was a good choice. Yeah, it was something that I found on Thingiverse, another free piece. All those bits that you see there were all from Thingiverse. So if you have a 3D printer and you want to print some things, there's an endless supply there almost. Just a ton of stuff. You can just keep printing to your heart's desire.
Yeah, at this point I had already glued a bunch of little cannons and things to the side. The top, there's a little basket, and I guess what was a basket of grenades. And then pretty soon I'll start gluing the people in. I was worried about the people. Right here I made a makeshift turret. I think that was like a jet engine, and then I glued the gun on top of it just to kind of make a makeshift mount for the gun.
Yeah, that truck has a lot of armaments. That thing is bizarre. Here I'm adding a couple pipes, like exhaust pipes, even though that bus has some exhaust pipes already mounted. I added a weapon on the side. It's blocking some of the windows, so I didn't have to deal with those.
Yeah, I'm pretty much almost done. I think I am done.
Yeah, he's waiting on me a lot. Rob's very fast, unlike my daughter, who I'm usually waiting on.
I couldn't help it. I was like, oh, let's put this thing together. I'm ready.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm just trying different things here. Looks like I've got a rocket launcher / who knows what on the side there. I think it's just a rocket launcher with like some sort of carousel of rockets.
I saw you added that front bumper ram mount, so I felt I needed to add one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the rams are cool, and they're great in the game. I have not played yet, and I bought the rules, so I'm getting all my cars ready, and I can't wait to get started. But I'm adding some bits of toothpicks as spikes to the front. They seem to set pretty well with the glue. It really glues to my finger there, which is kind of funny. And here's Rob. He's got most of his done. He's waiting on me. He's like, come on, dude. Hurry up.
Well, you know that ram, later on I remove it. I just felt there was like just a tad too much.
Yeah, it was a bullet casing I found on the ground. I think it's for a 22, but I'm not 100%. And then I think I'm close. I'm still debating. Do I want to add more? We may take it out. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was looking at another piece to add on top. I'm like, the top's kind of bare. It's got some built-in vents and windows up top in the bus itself. But I thought I should add something instead of just leaving it like that. So I'm trying to come up with an idea.
Hurry up, Ed. Come on.
Yeah, he's still waiting on me. There's the gun I ended up settling on, and it's a pretty nice little bit. Also from Thingiverse. So once I get this thing glued on, and then we're going to take them outside, primer them, get them ready to go, and then eat some pizza while we're waiting on things to dry.
Yeah, and that glue, one of the people there had problems. She just wasn't setting in, so. But she finally set in. Just that glue is just. I had some kicker at home. I should have brought it over.
Oh yeah, I need to get some kicker. Definitely, because I see a lot of people use it, and it helps.
Instant, just like an instant dry.
Okay, everything's primered. We're starting to work on our base coats now. Rob spray painted his with some black, and I did mine with some gray primer, and I'm going to lay down some pink because my daughter and I were talking about doing pink vehicles. We thought it'd be funny for the Wastelands.
Yeah, all you had was gloss black, but in the end, it ended up working out. I really wanted flat black on there, but in a moment here, I start doing my dry brushing to start to work the details in.
And Rob ends up mixing some brown and some silver for some dry brushing, and it looks great. It looks like a bronze, and it turns out amazing, so I'm going to steal his technique.
It was by accident. It wasn't on purpose, but I'll take it.
Yeah, and it looks really good. This pink doesn't work very well, and it's very wet, so I occasionally you'll see me take it away from the screen, and I'll go blow dry it, try to get it to dry off so I can lay on another coat.
I'm still laying in the detail here. That area that I'm working on where the grenades are, I start adding color down the road, and it ends up working out.
Here I'm using some of that black. It's just cheap black craft paint, but it lays on so well and it makes a great base coat, and I should have just painted the whole thing with that in the first place. I was using kind of a lousy brush though.
Here you can see me adding some color to those grenades. I felt adding detail there would make it pop.
Yeah, it's turned out really nice. Really nice. And then I'm adding some black to the weapons. The base coat still. I think I hit some of the wheels, so I'll continue adding black where needed.
The three people that I have on my car, they're hard to see right now, so I start adding color and detail in a few to start making them stand out.
Yeah, they do kind of blend in right now.
Yeah, everything will start to separate.
Yeah. We're working in such a small space because the mount that I have for my phone that's recording, it only captures so much space because it's very low in height. I should have ordered a higher one, but that's what I got.
That's all right. That's all right. Some more dry brushing. And doing a lot of dry brushing to try and get the detail to pop.
Yeah, look at that bronze color like I was talking about. It looks really cool. And I'm continuing to add black to the weapons, the RAM, everything that I can add black to that's not going to be pink.
Now, this game, you play with dice and stuff, or is it like a...
Yeah, there's dice. They call it skid dice, and the dice has different symbols on it. You can slide, spin, or shift up, shift down. So it, there's a lot of rules to it, and it's very cool. It seems simple, and I've been watching a lot of gameplay videos. So hopefully when I get enough cards ready, we'll play. We'll try it out.
Yeah, or part of a recorded session.
Heck yeah. I'll pick up some skid dice. I've been meaning to order some. I've got some in the cart right now. I just haven't hit the button.
Yeah, I figured I was going to add a little red, a little blue, just to make little details pop, some of the lights. Yeah, I took the car away. I always not aware that I'm in front of the camera.
Yeah, that happens a lot. And then you'll see how if you notice that pink is like really runny and nasty looking. Like I said, I go over it with a few coats, so it does get better. I wouldn't say perfect, but it gets better. And you see more pink, so and I think I changed my brush because the other brush was streaking a little more.
Yeah, I'm out of the frame again.
Yeah, it happens. I think everyone does it. Well, I have such a small area that you need to focus on when we're painting. I think we got, I don't know, maybe a 8 by 12 inch space, if that. It's probably not even that.
Yeah, I painted the helmet there. Added the colors to the grenades, so you can kind of see the box, a little more detail in there. A little bit of red on the guns. Add another layer, paint to the helmet. And a lot of times I would just let it sit there while Ed was doing his things, just so I can kind of just take a step back and see what else I needed to do. Sometimes just take your time. You don't have to rush the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you put things a step back. You can get a nice view of everything. You're like, oh, I can add something here. Oh, I can add something here.
Yeah, that's good advice. Definitely step back and take a look at it. Sometimes if you walk away and come back, you think of something else, or you see something that maybe you didn't see before.
Yeah.
So you see the pink's pretty gnarly there. More pink, and it's starting to smooth out.
How many layers of paint did you add on yours?
Oh, I don't know if that was 4 or 5. I don't know. I had to keep doing it, and then I'd blow dry it, and then come back and do it again. And then you'd notice there's some spots that are still thin.
Some of that, maybe you should use like a white primer.
Yeah.
To make it pop more.
Yeah, you're probably right. We're continuing painting here.
Yeah, you're starting to see more detail in my vehicle now. I mean, it was just that black just consumed all the detail. And then just bringing everything back out through dry brushing and adding little colors here and there.
Yeah. It's looking good.
Your pink's finally starting to set in.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of coats and a lot of coverage. Then eventually, like I said, it does look decent. I wouldn't say great, but it looks decent. I think that cheap paint was getting the best of me, though. Yeah, it ran a lot. It was very wet. Look, I'm going over it again. You can see there's just so much to hit.
That black you had, it was actually a really good black.
Oh, yeah, and that's like cheap dollar store black paint. It works well.
It's a nice matte, nice flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why the pink's not as great, but the black is fantastic. And it doesn't say it's a primer, but yeah, it lays down nice and flat. And it's great to add additional colors over.
Yeah, I'm adding more detail to the grenades. Just trying to figure out where I can add just a little bit more detail. You know, just sometimes just kind of, again, just let it sit. Take a step back.
Yeah, I'm so sloppy with my paints. You can see my windows are all pink. I'll clean those up later. I think I just paint them black.
Yeah, I'm still dry brushing. I think I just painted the horn.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
I kept trying to figure out how to paint that ram, and at the end I just wasn't happy with it. Ended up removing it.
Yeah, I'm just adding more pink. Okay, and then I'm just continuing to add pink to it, as you can see, and then some black. So Rob's nearly done, whereas I'm still on my base coats, which is funny. That pink was getting the best of me.
I'm just adding detail here and there, and sitting waiting for Ed. But as I'm sitting, I'm looking at my car and trying to decide where else can I add something. What else can I make pop, you know? And then I said, oh, I forgot the muffler, I forgot the exhaust. I gotta add more silver here, more dry brush.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's phenomenal. I can't believe your paint job, and you did that in minutes. Even putting everything together, it was very fast, and I was surprised. I'm like, wow, you're waiting on me. I'm not used to that. Usually I'm pretty quick. I can build the cars fast. Then painting, I usually do them fairly quickly. So hitting some wheels, hitting underneath the ram. Nothing's changed so far.
I'm still waiting on Ed.
He's watching me paint. He's like, could you have picked a better color? His nightmares are going to be of this color.
Still poking around a few details here and there. I'm sitting there waiting on Ed. I'll see something.
Yeah. He's probably thinking, where can I add hot pink to mine?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't find a spot. It's just not going to go on my vehicle. Ah, that's weird. See, I'm getting a little sloppy here. Just trying to add some colors to the different vents and windows that are on top of that bus that are in the casting. So nothing that I've added, just some cool pieces that are there.
I'm still going through, adding a little bit of more dry brushing as I wait.
Yeah, and I'm finally moving on to a new color.
Yeah, right here I decided to take that shell off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you lost part of the ram, but I think it looks better without it.
Yeah, me too. I was like back and forth on it.
And that piece that's on there is just some random piece that I found on the ground.
I didn't get the idea. It should be coming up here soon where I decided to try and figure out how I can add flames to those holes. I think cotton would probably be the best way to go.
And I'm just adding some rust, just some brown, just doing little spots here and there, kind of stippling it on.
Yeah, those are the flames. In the end, I think it worked out. I start painting them.
Yeah, I'll continue adding the brown, then I'll switch over to orange here in just a moment, and I'll put some orange spots in there. There's still a bit of brown to do.
When you started doing the weathering on your car came out better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that pink by itself was terrible. I just kind of add a bunch of spots. You can see I'm going down that seam in the center. Just adding a little bit everywhere. Here's the orange now, so I'm just adding some dots into the brown, giving a little variation. I hold one hand with the other just to help make it steady while one hand's resting on the table there. Helps me so I'm not making too many mistakes, even though mistakes. So
yeah, there's my flames.
Oh yeah, that ended up working pretty good. That was just some like plastic canvas that was in my bits box, and you just rolled it up, painted the yellow, orange, red like a gradient.
Yeah, and then I think let it sit while I'm still waiting for Ed. And then I go over it again, add some little colors in here and there.
Yeah, I'm just adding some silver into the spots of rust. And we've seen this before. And it wasn't a technique that I created. Someone else does it online. So it's very cool. So here I'm just adding black to the windows, and then cleaning up some of that pink. But you can see the rust and the weathering effect looks really good. So we're nearly done here, and then we're going to clear coat, but we are close. Rob's testing out his RAM already.
Okay, you got to test it. I think you had some blood, right? We had some blood?
Yeah, we had some blood. That'll be here in a minute. Do we add the blood before we do the powder? The makeup kit?
I can't remember which way we did it.
Yeah, we'll see that in just a second.
Either the paint powder before or after, and then we do some.
Yeah, here's the blood. Yeah, you're right. So I'm just kind of flicking some blood on there. Mine turns out okay, but Rob's turns out great.
Instead of using a finger, I ended up using a little toothpick to kind of help flick it.
Yeah, I've seen that technique before. It works really well. Yeah, I was showing it. Here's the makeup kit. So that's just $1 makeup kit from the store. I bought it for myself instead of my wife. I don't know how happy she was. Yeah, there was your blood. It looked great. Yeah, just adding some weathering.
Yeah, you definitely changed that color pink around. At first it was looking a little rough, but as you keep working it gets better.
Yeah, it took a lot of work to get it to where it is, where it looks like a respectable vehicular combat item, you know.
This is my first time using makeup to add like smudges and things, and add this like little light powder to the model. I'll definitely be adding that to my little toolbox.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining me, Rob.
It was a horrible experience, but I'll do it again.
All right. Have a great day.